I did a little video earlier. Yeah. Screw it. I dumped it. So, get a little more now. Yeah. There's the youngest one that's out here. He's doing good. They're all up to get a little grain this morning. They actually still have quite a bit of pasture out and back. I was really surprised this morning. There was ground fog back there in part of it. And hey, there's our token yearling in this group. So anyway, I figured I better get you some of these critters standing here. Patiently waiting. I still got to do something with these feeders too and get them out and get them filled up. Need 10 more of me and 3 or 4 more of number 1. And look, there goes number 2 off to work. And these girls need to get the other one back over here. And maybe they can keep up with that water trough, and maybe they'll eat the rest of that hay before they go out. Who knows? We'll see. This little twerp's just about slid underneath the gate. Dog gets out of my way, I can walk through. Wow, that one over there is just a talking. What you doing under the gate, kid? Why don't you get on the other side? Go to the other side. Oop. Oh, hey. Number 1's here. She has Ron with her today because Ron's truck is supposed to be ready this afternoon, this evening, and she'll take him over to pick it up at the shop, which is about 20-25 miles that way. And Ron lives about 10 miles that way. And if he takes the truck home, he goes home. Otherwise, he takes the truck about almost 30 miles that way. Back up to number 1 in Maury's. We'll get something going now. Maybe.
Oh, there's kind of a close-up of their crimson with all the Chinese ryegrass in it. That Chinese ryegrass made its way to this part of the country, I don't know, 10 years ago. It's an annual, but you can't really stop it. The best way they've actually found to stop it is if you plant another annual ryegrass, you end up getting rid of it. It'll choke it out. That's what they say. So there's a few guys that have done that to get rid of it. Either that or cut it off and get rid of it that way, but he's done nothing but try to spray it with different stuff and keeping crimson in there so that he can try to spray the grass out. I don't know. If we have any of it, it's not in a crop field anyway, so. And we're headed up to get the little baler. Why? Because we might need it sometime. Nice rough road. So, get it down, get it serviced. And I just looked at the forecast. 30% today, 60% tomorrow. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are 80%. Monday and Tuesday are 50%. I was really thinking about maybe cutting some hay today, but not when they're going to pull that on me. Because the next we cut should go in small bales. I got 2 customers waiting on small bales. And they're probably the only 2 customers we're going to sell to this year. And they ain't going to get, well, one only takes 2 or 3 tons. The other's going to get a 6-acre patch that borders his place that we bale anyway. So, that's just the way it's going. And I wish we still had this over here, but we don't. Landowner's kid decided they wanted to make hay on it. Looks like they did some down at the far end. They do it in little pieces. It's weird. I don't get it. Well, we still had it. They took half of it, and then we took the other half. And of course, they didn't want the half where you go into the field up here by the bridge. They wanted the other half, so they'd go in early and drive over everything that we had. But we do still have one right straight in front of me going off this corner, and it's looking like shit. So, I mean, it could be worse, but it's always had annuals on the hill part of it. Looks pretty crappy. It'll go in big bales anyway. Makes good feed. There just ain't going to be much there this year. 14 acres there, and a few years ago we got 65 or 70 bales off it. Well, 5 or 6 years ago.
I got one coming at this corner on the bottom.
Since then, it's been less. I'm going to let you go.
Run on the ground again. Little baler. Yeah, needs a little cleaning. So's the bale wagon. And yeah, it's really jumpy because it's dark in here. Bale loader didn't want to start. Finally got it running, got it out of the way. It was what was actually in the way. Well, they all got to go down. Not there's any place to park the shit down there, but you know, we'll park it somewhere. Work around it. So we usually do. Oh, one thing's home. Bale loader's here. I parked it out where the trailer usually is. And number one's come in the driveway with a little baler. And we gotta go back up and get the bale wagon. It's like, may as well get them ready to go, right? As we drag our feet for another freaking week, because they say rain every day. Actually, could have probably got more hay up through what we've had here, but the problem is that's right here. Part of what we got to do is over that way, and I know they've been getting rain. Here in a minute, you get to see her. She's actually here. The other part is the hill where these are parked up there, and I know it's been raining up there. That thing is a dirty mess. Yeah, she'll back it down so it can get pressure washed. We may check the bolts. I wasn't sure what size sockets we needed, so it got done with crescent wrenches for the hitch. So we may, if she gets it cleaned up, we'll probably hit it with the impact and make sure. One thing about these inline balers in a tractor like that, they don't back the easiest. They're actually kind of a pain in the ass to back up very far. I can back the big baler easier than that one. And I can't see anything with it. So, but she'll get her done. Then we can go get the bale wagon. Hopefully it starts. All the way around. We're done eating lunch, and the other one's inside. But all three of these new calves are nursing right now.
She's the one I'm most concerned about.
Yeah, this one here's the backwards one, and she wasn't keeping Mama Drain down enough, but I think she is now. She wasn't hard as a rock on one side this morning, so hopefully we're done having to drain her. And yeah, wet spot. No, it's not from rain. It's from the baler and the bale wagon. And next comes the bale loader. Oh yeah, and my pickup, because they used it to pick up chaff a while back, and yeah, clean that damn thing up. Besides that, I couldn't see out the windshield the other day. So, see if this little beast will start and move again. And I'm seriously thinking, since I've got a transfer case out of the old sprayer, if there's enough room between the rear end and the back of the transmission in here, it might find its way under here. Now, won't be today, won't be tomorrow. Hopefully sometime soon, and I'm going to run it from the other side because it's easier, even though there's no air in the seat. One thing that's not hooked up, the seat is not hooked up to the air on the machine, because it had an air ride seat in it long before. But there might be, ooh, look at that. There was something left. We just got a little tank to keep it going. And after we converted this to air ride, the only thing you have to do to switch from roadside to the work side. This is for the steering. Now you have hydrostatic steering. Go like that, the oil passes freely so you can use the other steering. It's got a manual steering gear on the other side. And it gets loud in here. I'm going to shut you off. A good washing. She's been up on the hill for, since July? Kind of a mess. She needs some TLC, but that TLC is like some engine work and little gearing work. Other than that, not bad for, that part being built in 1985. And the grapple, that used to be on the 175 Massey for, God, I think we built that, must have been 1980, 1982, somewhere in there. Throw some more cows in here. Just zoom in, they're down there. And you probably can't see them through the tree. There's a bunch of them behind that tree out there. And spin you around really fast, and these are still over here. Oh, and there's nothing in the way here to walk through now. Worked out all right. Number one and Ron and I got equipment down here this morning after lunch. Number one went and picked Maury up, and well, he ended up greasing the bale wagon and the baler, so they're ready to go. They're sitting there. And I got an engine oil leak on the wheel loader. It appears that the line to the pressure gauge is probably cracked or broke off where it comes out of the block. Irrigation pump over here, so make sure it's going to work. Well, make sure it's ready, lube stuff up, make sure it's cleaned out in case the rodents got into it. And that thing. I got a couple ideas how to maybe make the seal work, but I'm not sure. And I don't know how bad I want to take the time to take the turbine off and try to figure it out. But that might happen. And I'll let you go for just a minute. I'm going to say it's probably good they're talking rain for at least a week. Because there's our parts for there. And Maury said today he heard that when that's over, literally a week from now, we're supposed to have 80 plus degree days again. Of course, today was, I know, upper 70s anyway. It's icky out. But hopefully, get a little bit of this thing going back together pretty soon. Who knows, might even start on it tomorrow. Because, my mind, first things first. Roll the main bearings in. That way that's done. Then you do the liners. And then the crank bearings, the rod bearings. And go from there, so. Anyway, 2 boxes apart. UPS showed up about 20 minutes after 4, right after everybody left. So, that's been a little while ago now. I guess that's it for the day. I'm still going to do a few things yet, but it's about time to go in. It's been warm today, and I'm about whooped. So, thank you all for watching.